There we go. That should be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. I hope everybody's doing well. I had a very nearly perfect start to the stream and also a beautiful, beautiful day. And I hope that you're doing well, that you're taking care of yourself, and that you've stayed hydrated today. It's been a very beautiful day where I am. Um, and spring is here. We're getting, you know, we're getting into the later parts of the year, and it's exciting and wonderful. But moving back to where we're at as far as gameplay, um, we're picking up with Satisfactory 1.1 experimental branch, where we have a bunch of progress that I made in doing a couple things off stream, getting a couple of pieces together of what we are going to be doing next, and kind of getting a couple pieces wrapped up as well. Um, one of my partners suggested to me that I do a screenshot top down of the whole world and all of the things that I've built, kind of like a time lapse of a bacteria colony in a petri dish. And I really like that idea, and so I'm going to start taking screenshots before and after stream, and before and after like major modifications, so that I can get a pretty decent time lapse together of what like the progression of the world is, and you can watch the little bacteria grow on the petri dish, as it were. um but more specifically, something that I got done off stream was I got one of our sides of the octagon up and running, so we have power up here, as well as consistent and higher power, I should say. We're not quite at coal generate or at we're not quite at like oil production levels yet. We're not quite at nuclear, so we're not going to be producing several 100,000 megawatts, but we're at least producing, 1,000, which is pretty good. And then secondly, I wrapped up the automated wire and versatile framework and steel building a little bit. Um, got the ceiling, or got the roof on top, as well as some detailing up here at the beginning, or up at the top rather. that is just kind of needs a couple little small alterations, but is mostly wrapped up, mostly buttoned up. So I'm going to take care of this really quickly. And we will have this most of the way done. Yeah, let's see. A couple other things that I have gotten buttoned up as well are this last requirement for these last two requirements for monorail technology, um, for the encased industrial beams as well as the motors. I kind of just sat AFK for a little while and gathered the resources that I needed to kind of get everything like cat crafted so that I didn't have to subject you all to that. Hey Gary. And so I have in this box here the 200 remaining industrial encased beams as well as the 200 remaining motors. And then for the moment, I'm going to just drop these in here, grab these, and then it's time to shift click those into here. And that'll get us monorails, which monorails are trains. Trains are really cool.
Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast quantities of parts. Train logistics can be made more precise and complex with tools found in the railway signaling milestone. I listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo choo mother.
I didn't know they had that. That's fucking great. Choo choo mother beep. Oh my god. Ada is perfect and could stand to be changed a little bit, but I can't fix her. I recognize that. Yeah, so where to begin for realsies? Do I want to do Mark IV logistics and get 480 belts? Maybe. Might be a thing, but also petroleum power and getting 250 megawatts would also be really good. And an industrial fluid buffer would be really good too. I think that's where we kind of aim here. We already have some of the plastic, some of the rubber, but most importantly, and most like necessarily, since we have 1237.5 megawatts to work with, we should try going over and getting a little bit of plastic going. I've got 2 tickets, so I don't think we have anything like super spectacular that we can get just yet, but I unlocked a couple other things here, both in the customization as well as some architecture things. I got the metal roof unlocked, and then I also got the ramp walls and some other piece. Oh right, it was the flat roofs or the fix it roofs and beams, because beams are incredible. So got those all unlocked, and yeah, so where to go next? I don't know. Oh right, the other thing that we did yesterday, before we ended the stream yesterday, we did end up with a bunch of different things to choose from, as far as some of the options that we have available to us. I think that this would be a really good option to take as far as an alternate. I'm a little scared to roll again, but I think right now that's the one I want. Even though pure Caterium would be really good to have. Goodness. Basic iron ingot, tempered copper ingot. I'm gonna re-roll that one and get garbage. That sucks. Ooh. The current is what? So 75. This makes 22.5 per minute. This is going to be better, but it's made in a foundry, so that's kind of rough. All right, that'll work. Um, alien technology, nothing there yet. Hard drives, right. This one I think I re-roll. I like this recipe a fair bit, but I don't know that I want to mess with crystal oscillators right now as far as something I would be able to automate, but I don't want to deal with getting to having to finish a milestone to get manufacturers. That would be less than ideal for me. Um Iron pipe. Oh god, iron pipe. Hell yeah. There we go. That's something I needed. Let's see. What else? Also a super good recipe. We have the steam copper sheets already unlocked. So that's a big thing. The coated iron plates would also be really good to have, but I think for right now, we're gonna go with this one for right now. And then what else do we have here? Okay. Right. Steeled frame. So because I have the ability now to do steel pipe out of iron ingots, I can do steeled frames where I drop screws all together. I can do modular frames where it has no screws, especially once I get the alternate for stitched iron plate. Working with copper wire is a little bit easier, especially if I can do iron wire. Um, Generally speaking, it will be a lot less of a hassle. But since I also have the cast screw recipe, I can realistically probably get away with doing bolted iron plate, that second alternate recipe down there. And that would actually be really good. And that way I don't have to deal with that other stuff. This one, I can just drop steel out of the equation altogether. But ideally, I would like to find the stator equivalent or find a different stator recipe. Although I have the steel deleting the steel deletion recipe, so that's actually less of a problem. Now it's just iron and copper. Huh? That could be pretty good. I'm gonna go with that one. Well, okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. All right, and that's all of our alternate recipes selected. Let's see what it takes to get. The train station requires encased industrial beam, and then I need motors and pipes, and to make railway I need pipes and steel plate beams. All right. Gonna have to do a little bit of cat crafting, it seems, which is unfortunate. I wanted to avoid doing as much of this as possible, but there is always going to be an amount that I'm going to have to do, unfortunately. What do I need here? Steel beams? Right, put them all in the inventory, or all in the box. All right, let's make a handful of these. And I think the first place that we go as far as direction is going to be getting some plastic and some rubber online. Just basic petroleum products. And then we can mess with trains a little bit. And I think we set up a train out to the quartz crystal that we have, the raw quartz that's hanging out on this cliff face over here, because that would be really good to have. Getting sulfur over from here to here probably would be a really good idea too. That would be a really good one. Let's also see. Yesterday, as a part of our exploration and doing the things, we did get the ability to scan for hard drives, which is going to be really helpful. So let me go run out to where that oil is, and I'm gonna see what we can see. And luckily they knew that we were coming and they left this big open clearing for us too, so we have plenty of space to work here. All that said. Did I actually get my ciliate? Nope. Okay. Huh. What if I drop some of the... Does that give me anything other than wood and leaves? Oh. That's didn't mean to take a picture. Oh, so it's just leaves. I see. Like a lot, actually. And there comes down the space pod. Let's see. Let's see. Constantly seeing. All right. Thank you, Fix It Freighter. Get this first set of foundations laid down. Yep. All right, and then we'll go here. I want this a little bit close to where things kind of land for the oil there, and then I'm going to drag this out a fair bit. I don't know that I want this necessarily to be a building all its own, but it might not be a bad idea, even if it's just basic, like low scale or small scale production here. I don't know that it would be a bad idea. I don't know that that would be a bad idea, really. We'll go out there, and we'll go here. And we'll go there. We'll go there. The thing about oil and the way that that all plays is that it has an enormous footprint in terms of like space required for the production. Goodness, I don't like normally doing that. Because I can't select it once it's laid down. Oh, that one was fine. Okay. Can I delete this at all? Can I select it at all? No. Is there anywhere that I can see an angle on it? Not even there, huh? Really? That's a bummer. That's gonna just bother me ever so slightly, really. I think that's ultimately the end of that result there. All right, and yeah, okay. All right. Get some of these leaves out of the foundations here, just because it would be nice to have a flat, even ground. I prefer not to have to deal with this if possible. Not enough space for pale berries. No, nobody likes pulling weeds. You are for sure right about that. I know I don't. All right. All right. Let's do a little bit more of the weed eating, but it's gonna. I don't know if it'll do a dismantle box or not. That's a good question to ask ourselves here. But for right now. You're kidding. Okay. Alright, cleaning up the ground here. A little bit. Just a little bit at a time. I'm doing my part to destroy nature. In the fix-it fashion, which is efficiently and quickly. Alright. And... okay. I don't want this in my inventory anymore. So now that that's established, where to next? Well, where to next is refineries, which require motors, because of course they do. Why wouldn't they require motors? Everything in the late game requires motors. Even the things that never once did earlier in the game require motors later in the game. Because that's just how this game seems to feel like it plays. For whatever reason. How many can we make? Can we make 10? Hello. Thank you. Oh, and I, of course, don't have enough stators to make enough rotors. ADA, not AIDA. But yeah, quickly enough for Mama Ada to not be mad. She'd be mad about anything, though. I, off stream, was putting down some of the detail things earlier, and she said I would have done differently when placing a wall off a foundation, and then also simultaneously, like within the same breath, was like, what was it she said? She gave me praise at one point, and then like she gave me praise and then sandwich or like finished the book, ended it by saying that I was bad at what I was doing, which was a really cool and fun thing to hear randomly. All right, autosave. Don't hurt me. Not enough space for leaves. I guess I have to get rid of some leaves then, don't I? I'll teach that nature to mess with me. I am not proud of everything that I do. Can I have a clip there? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see here. Quick actions don't make any sense on this. Interesting. I never actually made a clip myself. Now that I'm realizing it in this moment that I've never actually clipped something myself. Huh. Curious that. We'll do leaves there. All right, and right, I needed to grab some stators, I think. which is unfortunately a thing that I just have not automated quite yet, at least beyond that element of things. But now that I have the iron pipe recipe and I don't need steel to make stators, I speak English fluently. My goodness. But now that I don't need iron, or I don't need steel to make stators, I might rework part of my production line in the main base instead of coming over here and stealing a handful or two or three, because I probably shouldn't make a habit of doing stuff like this. Oh, but I'm a very silly being because I have a place that I could put a box right now. And I can come back and make that a smart splitter, but for the moment, I can live like that. It'll be fine that the stators are producing 2 per minute there. I'm not as worried about power as I once was. That has gotten to be less of a concern here. But yeah. Next up is power, or next up is rubber and plastic and petroleum products, and that's exciting for me. I really enjoy this part of the progression. Bah. All right. Just gonna sit here and make a few motors and get enough to pump down the first one. I don't remember if refineries or not refineries, if oil extractors need it or not, but if it does, then I guess I'll be making more motors. Enthralling content. That's okay. It takes some time. That's all. There, and then we'll go there just to see where we're at. And I could have very easily checked, and actually I'm going to now. Build menu. Biggity. Does require a motor. I knew it. 15 of them, in fact. Why would it require anything less? How you doing? How's your day? Waiting for a few of these to get through. I will also need to... I don't need to grab anything else, actually. I'm realizing I will be just fine. Well, it was at about 26 minutes and a couple of like 26:30 or something like that. I don't know myself, but if it got saved, then the Aether might have saved it, and that would be dope. Yeah, thanks for the effort, regardless. That's fair. We can grab it from the VOD later if that's a problem, or if that's a concern. I'm afraid to click out of where I'm at currently. Otherwise I would, but am a fearing. Bobby McFerrin. All the same, thank you for doing so. Can I get away with doing 40? I'm gonna do a stack of these just to be safe. There we go. 80. Oh, hey, there's a bot in the chat, but I think it got removed or it got restricted. I think you have the ability to ban. So this will be my first instance of doing this, but mods. I can also ban them, I think. Yeah. Should I just go ahead and do that? Okay. Here's Spoo. Hell yeah. Gotta make 20 more of these. I really should find a way to automate them, and I think I have an alternate. Yeah, it isn't the actual chat. So there's an alternate, but I don't have it. There's a couple of alternates, but I don't have them rather. But yeah, I didn't get actually published to the main chat, so that's okay. We can just preemptively give them the ban hammer. Oil extractinator. All right. This will be producing very little, 660. Fully overclocked, it'll only be producing 150, which is a major bummer, but there are more and better oil nodes on this world, and there's also oil wells, a lot of which are going to be more of those and more densely packed than what we've got here. Why am I only getting 4 nodes though? That's silly. There's way more than that over there, aren't there? There's these 2, that 3rd one. Where was that? It didn't go to the Gold Coast, did it? No. Huh. Okay. Well, that's fine and dandy. Doing the Lord's work. The other Essler would be another one to add there. The 5-letter one. Okay. Duh. Actually, come on. All right. First real refinery coming in. About to be one that's placed intentionally, but this is not the one that's placed intentionally. Let's see. I do rubber, and that gives me oil residue, and then from there I can make residual fuel, which then I can do recycled rubber. Bear with me a moment here. I was on top of the thing that I needed to be on top of, and I jumped off anyway. I'm a very silly bean. I was just thinking I could actually make a blueprint here. Realistically, let's see. It'd be a very small scale one, and then when I get the bigger blueprint designer, I'd want to come back and refine this. Pun intended here. But for the moment, it can do just fine. Biggest problem and pain in the butt about this refinery
All right.
thing. Ada, we good? Biggest problem, biggest hurdle here is that even with the Mark III, yeah, even with the Mark III, I don't get like a ton of space. It's Mark II gives me 5x5, Mark IV gives me, or Mark III gives me 6x6. And then motors, right? I forgot completely what I was saying. Ah, right. The blueprint maker. The blueprint one, Mark 1 is 4x4. Is that right? And then Mark 2 is 5x5. Mark 3, yeah. Mark 3 is 6x6. And so it is kind of a constant struggle of like making blueprints that are going to tile really nicely, as well as ones that are space efficient for the size that you have available to you. Although since they added in the belt and pipe auto connect to this version of the game, that should be a significantly easier time. We'll just have to see if I can be efficient space wise with creating a blueprint here, which I think I'm equal to that task for the most part. I just need a lot of light. Also, hi Zivo. Zivo. Probably busy watching something or doing something else. And that's okay. Stackable pipeline support. Uh, 3, yeah. Where's the end here? Whoa, easy. There. Yep. And yeah. So glad that that snaps. Is that gonna be invalid shape? You really are happy with that? For real? Okay. Interesting. Huh. Would not have expected the horizontal to vertical to be a happy camper there. Usually he's not happy under any circumstances, or rarely is, if ever. But we'll go through, clean up this bit, and we'll leave the pipe hanging out on the end here, which is going to look a little silly, but when I can tile these when I have more of these resources being produced, or more of the baseline of these being produced. More of the industrial encased beams as well as the motors. Once that's the case, then I'll be dropping refiners left and right, because I'm going to need a ton of them to make pure iron ingots, pure deuterium ingots, pure copper ingots, as well as for aluminum and like bauxite refinement. I will also need them to make sulfuric acid. I'm going to use blue blenders for that. Anyway, I'll need it to make a couple of, like, a bunch of things. And so I will be dropping a ton of refineries all over the place. So let's see. First up, I should drop a lookout tower here so that I can have a good vantage point. Although nature has seen fit to give me one. So I can look at this little part of the grid and see how much I have to work with, which is not much, but you know what? I'll take it. Which one is, aha. I usually have things coming in from left going right, but given that this is going to be an array of 3, I kind of wanted to have like a general this direction. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, it'll be easier to tile more of the thing, and it would be easier to get a bunch of them together and going in the same direction. If I do this, so I will have this go from right to left then. Yeah, all right. And same deal as before, I'm gonna have to have a little bit of this hanging off the edge, by dint of it being the way that the belts connect now. But in order to prevent the requirements for that being a thing, for the conveyor support, I'm gonna go this way with this and go over here. So I can have it go right up to the edge, but not actually cross. So I will do that. Let's see. What else do I need? Can I really go outside of the blueprint like that? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Didn't expect that. If I make this make any kind of sense, it would be my desire to do so. So I'm going to do that. I'm going after making a a beam, because I got them and they are super helpful for this exact reason. I want to make something that doesn't look out of place as far as like a pipeline or a power support. And so it will look a little odd at first, having the tiling, especially when we get to larger scale, but we're not quite there yet. Yeah, we're not quite there yet. And that's okay. We're going at the pace that we need to go at to get to the places that we need to go. Oop, hello. Thank you. And since we're also doing, we're having to deal with liquid on the exporting side, because plastic and rubber both give out some residual rubber. Yeah, we'll go with pipeline support again. We'll do the same height. We'll do the same relative idea as previously. This one can actually go directly above the conveyor belt, actually, which is super good. we go. Oop. And pulse that jet. Why they call it a pulse jet. Okay, I think I actually want to put the beam up a little bit higher. As cute of an idea as it is, I think it needs to be a little bit higher up. Maybe? Well, I don't know. Let's try it. Let's see what that looks like. Exterior to exterior. I'll try this and see what we think here. Of course, now I have an unfortunate problem of dealing with that as a thing. That's kind of okay. Not the worst of things. Right? Moonlight, lens flare. Michael Bay. Yo, dog, I heard you like lens flare with your lens flare, so I got some lens flare so you can lens flare while you have a lens flare. I also told the key grip to go stand in a corner with a flashlight so that they could shine it into the camera operator's eyes. For no real reason other than they could. Nope. There we go. All right. And now, since I have the beam with the power bumps on the top already, and I can kind of do that, then these should all connect left to right and should be less of a problem. Should be pretty straightforward, actually, to connect a whole bunch of machines together, actually, as it is. All right, and we'll call this plastic, rubber, by one, refiner. I can only have a certain number. I see. With belt and pipe work. With belt and pipe work done. I don't have any I don't have any blueprints already. So before I save this, I'm going to. I lied. I do have one. I have a different category I need to add, or no, not category. Remove category. I need to add a subcategory here for refineries. Refineries. Add blueprint here. Add the edit that one. Apply. Okay. Clicking out of that menu will get me back into this one, and I will make the icon a. You can only do one, unfortunately. Otherwise, I do a couple of different things, but or I do a couple things differently rather. But as it is currently, I'm gonna go with the refinery. I think. Yeah. Like that makes the most sense to my brain. Especially since I changed the texture on it. God, it looks so good. Okay. Can you not do that? Okay. Now I can save it, I guess. I just can't do backslash. That's interesting. Now that I do that, I go back and clear the blueprint designer. And do this. Take all. Kill the blueprint designer. And I'm going to make a few more motors. I might go run and make a quick assembly box, a quick assembler line that will create a couple so that I have a few that I can come back to and grab. And some encased industrial beams as well, because that's also a thing that I'm having to craft a ton of. I think I have to have like 10 or so per, which is mega unfortunate. It's mega unfortunate mostly because I don't have a good way to get by without making actual steel beams, and I don't have. I lie. I do have a way. I have a way of getting rid of steel beams from the versatile framework and having that be only for steel. I just realized that I could do that. Ah, that changes things. Okay. Huh. I do have the Satisfactory modeler open, so I can kind of futz around with some ideas. Although the versatile framework, I don't know that I have to worry about a ton after phase 2 or phase 3. I know I'll need it for something later on. Is it assembly director systems? No. It's not pasta. What's the hell is it needed for? I am confusion. Huh. That ought to be enough for right now. Okay. Let's get back up here. God, this game is so pretty at night. All right, pulling up blueprints, and I can pull out the plastic and/or rubber refinery that we did. What? Oh, I'm missing steel now? That's rich. Because I made the encased industrial beams, I'm missing the steel. That's cool. And it's almost certainly just steel for the pipes, or for the belts. Rad. Radical. Why is this red? What happened here? Did I disconnect the power up here? Yeah, sad trombone indeed. It's okay. I'm actually really happy that I figured out a way, realized I had a way of getting rid of steel from that production line from the versatile framework altogether. Because that will free up a lot of the steel that I'm producing right now, actually all of it. If I can replace any part of any parts of that recipe with just base iron, then that makes heavy modular frames a lot cheaper, a lot less like input intensive. Input in this context meaning like not necessarily input intensive, that might be the wrong word to use here, but like it makes it a lot less resource intensive, I think is the way to say it. I just was having the same problem earlier. What are we doing? Uber. All right. And I may have missed a Gary sighting. I don't remember. Nice. I got the hops. Oh no. Why? Oh, you're kidding me. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right. That continues to be about the only straight thing about my factory. Oh, wow. I think that might be more than enough for that phase of the elevator, that part of the phase of the elevator. Where did the disassemble box go? Because it didn't go into my inventory, did it? I may be stupid, but I don't think I'm that stupid. Oh, excuse me. Did I really not? It's fine. I don't need the things that were in there. I'm more just confused than anything else. Because, like, usually that makes a dismantle box. Oh well. Realistically, though, it does mean that I can stop bringing Versatile Framework over here. Turn that part off altogether, and then I for sure did not get the thing that I needed to get from that building. That's a bummer. Because I need steel, and I definitely forgot some steel. That's okay, I suppose. I need broachers. Thank you. All right, I'm not going to be super happy about doing this, but it also doesn't super matter that much. And it does and it doesn't. You know what I mean? Well... Huh. Okay. Enough futzing around. Let's just commit to a direction and go with it. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out in post. Yep. Oh, you're kidding me. I can do this? Kind of. Constantly needing things. Just like real life. Forgetting constantly where I put my phone, converting constantly where I put my sanity. I wish I were joking. I'm not. Mark II will work here. The curve. Oh, that's sick though. Look at that. That's cute. Yeah. Belt has the lean on it. All right, and then I'm going to grab a similar number of rotors. And then top one's going to be rotors. Maybe not that many, but I need at least a handful for myself. Probably some light in here too wouldn't be a bad idea, really. All right. You at the bottom, motors. For sure. Uh-oh. We may have crashed. That's a bummer. But that's the joys of playing in the experimental branch, is that you never know what you'll get. Will it crash? Will it not crash? Find out later on Discovery Channel. Yep, I see the pop-up in the background. Ah. Hold, please. Yeah. So the game ran out of memory. It looks like. I don't know if the optimization's just bad or if there's just some kind of fatal flaw with UE5 every once in a while that it loses itself and forgets what it's doing. I don't know what happened. But I think she needs put down real fast. That's a bummer. I don't remember where we were before the autosave happened. I think I had just grabbed some stuff. Bummer. All right. Well, we'll come back here in a second. See if this helps. Actually, do one of these here. See if that helps. Should. But you get to see my blank. My blank is in desktop. Blank is the driven snow. Goodness gracious. Let's find out together where the autosave died. Or where we died before the autosave died. Alright. And last autosave 10 minutes ago. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I can live with that. I can live with that. Is it ideal? No. Is it perfect? No, not at all. But I'll live with it. It'll be fine. So I'm just gonna vibe out, waiting for the map to load, hanging out and listening to some Mr. Kibit's music. Did we get the blueprint saved? Is a question. Oh, thank God. I was about to flip a table somewhere. I'd go elsewhere in my house and just flip a random table, just pick one and just go. Oh, and I didn't craft all the industrial encase. Ha 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 ha. All right. I do have that unfortunate little bit of copper wire down there. That's just vibing. That's the output side of things. I want the input side of things. Okay. And I need 30 motors. Wow. Rough. A little punitive. There you go. How you going? All right. Doing some rough napkin math. With the base recipe, the base like production, just doing 60 oil per minute. Be able to produce 20 plastic per minute and 10 heavy oil residue, which is not bad necessarily. Like a moderate amount. Residual plastic, also not bad. 20 per minute. Recycled plastic, 60 per minute. That's where it gets really out of hand. Yeah, that's where it gets really out of hand. Just showing plastic for right now. To figure out what I'm going to do with the residual oil. That's eventually going to become fuel, I think. But for right now, yeah, for right now we'll just do plastic. There. I'll probably have to end up power sharding these guys both for 150. Yeah. How to do that is a question, because I want to have a buffer, I think. Here, maybe. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh, it's not so bad. Okay. All right, have it be curved there. And have it be made up on this side. All right. What about here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And auto it is. Huh. Curious. Horizontal, vertical, curve. There we go. This one, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. And then that should be 120 oil in. I'm going to go repeat the process that I had tried to do earlier, but had failed, apparently. Which was to go grab a bunch of stators and throw them into a couple of, like a box with a bunch of rotors and, see if I can get the two to match. Hey, Gary, what you doing? Not match, but become motors. All right, and I really want to go exploring in that tunnel down there because I know that there's some goodies there. I just don't remember what. All right, and I'm gonna grab that. You too, huh? Cat salute. 10-4, good buddy. Cha. Cha 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 chia. Those little pumps going so hard. Here's where I remember I'm missing rotors. And I can't take any with me. So I drop what exactly? Yeah, I'll put some of those away. God, it would be so nice to have another tool belt spot though. I tell you. Put those away in the box there. And then it's assembler time. Still missing rotors, silly. You just said the same thing. Goodness.
Have you correctly calculated the necessary power?
No. No, I haven't. Thank you. Thank you for asking, though. Missing iron rods? Since when? Who said I was allowed to be doing that? Ada, why didn't you correct me before I messed up so egregiously? I think it's pretty clear and plain to see that Ada didn't give a single flying fart about me. Okay. I see that neither of those is really particularly happy with that. Interesting. Give to me a commensurate number of rotors. You go in there. And you, my friend, go here. It's interesting how little everything actually, like, I don't know how the different belt building methods, I guess you could say, either like to behave or don't like to behave depending on the angle that they're at. Yeah, I'll take 4 tickets. Give me that. Bah. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah. Organization. Foundations. Anything? No. Walls? Nothing yet. What about customizer? Asphalt would be cool. Concrete. Coated concrete would be also pretty good. Ideally, I'd like to get the carbons, like get all of the paint finishes. That would be cool. As well as maybe something else in here. Roof materials or wall material. I don't know. Architecture. Or do I just hold? Well, I say that. And then there's cables. There's also all these railings too. I'm going to hold them. I think is where I end up going for right now. And hang out in here for a bit. All of my treasures. Huh. All right. So fun thing. Since they introduced blueprints, a thing that you can do is you can delete by blueprint. So you have a dismantle mode default or a blueprint mode. You can also sample blueprints, actually, as it turns out. And once I have the right materials, you can set the different ways that you want to go about doing it. So you can see that the pipes are starting to try auto connect there. The pipes and the belt, and it will maintain those connections like pretty far out here, especially once I am actually able to move it around or place it. But like I can build the pipes and the belts out pretty significantly far, which is a little silly, but also honestly kind of cool. You can also then take that and like, hey there, before D&D. How's it going, Tori? Glad to see you. You're sweet to stop by. Anyway, I need to grab the thing. The motors are gonna take a second, but anyway, that was the whole thought, was you can build pipes and conveyor belts and auto connect them and not have to do a metric butt ton of pipe work and belt work each time. It's just a little bit connecting here and there. Mainly the biggest problem is nice. I'm glad to hear that. The biggest problem is connecting power, but I'm really glad to hear that your energy level is higher and that you're feeling much better. That's right. That's super good. Hey, Gary. All right. 25. I need this to go faster. I need more than 5 motors per minute because I am impatient and I cannot control how impatient I am. I have no patience. Thank you. Cool. I want this to be online and I want to have to not worry about plastic and rubber production for a little bit. I'll have to, I don't know if I should go back and forth and switch them left and right. If I should try that or if I should just underclock and have one be, that's a thought, isn't it? As it is currently, with the way that I have things built, at least as they are currently, right, build blueprints and auto connect. As I have them currently, the blueprints will auto connect, and that's super helpful. It means that all of the pipes and connections are going to form together. However, I don't know if I want to do half as oil or half as rubber, half as plastic, and have that be the case or not. That's a thought. Actually, I think I do. Well, here we go. So now I will sell this guy to, ooh, to rubber. Thank you. Control, copy, paste, and yeah, that should work. And it's just a matter of connecting the power between the two different arrays of 3, and that should be pretty easy. I think I do want to have 2 separate boxes though, so I'm probably going to rework the belt in part so that I can store into 2 different boxes. And let's see here. Because I know I'm going to need a lot of it, and I'm not going to not need a lot of it at any point from here on out. I'm going to go with 2 industrial storage containers. And then from here, we'll go with the fluid buffer, because I know I'm going to need a lot of that as well. The buffers are super helpful at making sure that overflow is not a huge problem. Until I get the larger ones, this is kind of how I have to deal with this, unfortunately. Okay. Straight. Yeah. Narrow as can be. Just at least while I'm on the pad for right now. And then you go here. Oh, I can actually have this go just like straight up on top of it, huh? All right, then I need this. This, that, that, yeah, we'll try the curve there. Why not? That looks somewhat aesthetic. And then as far as power is concerned, we'll go here. Go there. That's that. That's one half of the equation. And then we have the other half of the equation. Right there. And now, from here, we'll tie down one kind of in the middle here. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do the power tower. Need power. That's fine. I can run back. That's fine. Not a problem. Never actually reconnected that. Right. Which means I never actually diagnosed what was going on with the, right. With the versatile framework. That's a bummer. Not that big a deal, but a little bit of a bummer. Alright, y'all behave. Alright, makes me nervous hearing that all go click on like that. Just because I know my tendency to overbuild. But I also avoided doing exactly that by turning that off. So this should be fine here. And the same problem still exists. Do I have the inventory space for it? I do. How wonderful. All right, so we're going to get rid of... We'll get rid of you and you. And there we'll end up with... that. And that's going to be, I think, more than enough for what we need. So in you go. Don't do that. Thank you. Any? Okay. All right. Goodness gracious. Hot mess right now. All right. There we go. Grabbing some steel beams, double checking to make sure that versatile frameworks are actually still working. The little tractor is going so hard. And I don't have, as it exists currently, a way in, so it's just gonna have to be that, which is fine. Later. I am a big silly. Holy cow. I even made a box for exactly and strictly this purpose. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know if I was thinking. All right, there we go. Radio. All right. I think what I'm wanting to do is kind of get some refinery set up so I can start making fuel is kind of a thought, so that I have one of the next steps kind of unlocked or already planned for before it's really like a problem. Power tower is so big. Goodness. I don't think I'd ever seen it on a like a platform quite like this directly. I also didn't realize it was shorter on one side. Like it's not as wide as it is deep. That's interesting. Hmm. So there, and from there, we should have power there. And we should be able to get from the rubber plastic factory to the steel fairly straightforwardly. Biggest question, and it seems like it's being answered right now, is it working? It will take a minute for these to kind of spin up, and as they do, oil will start filling up this industrial buffer down here, as is already happening. And because there's already an amount of head lift that's happening here. Why am I doing it this way? This is silly. I could just as easily... Because I don't have a pump out of this, I could just do this instead. I don't need this here. That was silly. That was very silly. I apologize. I was outside of myself for a moment. I thought I knew what was going on. I did not. I had not a clue. Auto 2D, no horizontal vert. Yes. There. And whatever's in the middle will be the one that's underperforming, but neither should be particularly resource starved for anything. It'll just take some time and they start roaring to life. And looking down the line here, we're going to start seeing some of the rubber and plastic start pouring out. There's some rubber or some plastic already, some rubber already. Yeah. All right. Well, right about the 90-minute mark, I'm going to take a quick step aside, let this kind of roll in the background, and I will be right back after these brief messages. I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. I had to step away for just a moment, but I got some light set up since the evening is starting and it's starting to be sunset time. So even though it's golden hour outside, it's not golden hour here. So yeah, we're back. We got some plastic, some rubber automated. We got our first couple full stacks of plastic, which is stellar. I'm really stoked about that. Um, yeah, let's get back here. See if we can get some progress made on the petroleum power upgrades. I think that's maybe one of the first or fastest ways that I've gotten to petroleum power in this game. Not that's like necessarily like an any percent speed run speed, because it's absolutely not. I'm not doing any part of this game as a any percent run or speed running in any way. This is very much a like, let's just go slow and take our time and enjoy the thing for what it is and not try and force anything. Yeah, because of that, it yields itself to like going a little bit slower pace. And so yeah, here we are. I'm gonna clean this up here since I don't need this anymore, because we hit our space elevator target. And I don't know, I don't remember specifically if we need to continue making the versatile framework. I feel like we do. I think that there's some part later on in the game that we're gonna need it for, so I'm probably gonna find a box or put these versatile framework in a box somewhere. Just kind of hold on to them, make sure that I have them. I'll probably preserve that production line for the moment and like just keep it there. Feels like the right call. It I don't know. Hey Gary, beach day. Stay dry, buddy. Wait an hour before swimming. Where was I? Before Gary so rudely interrupted me. Yeah, I don't know. The versatile framework, I think I probably end up throwing that in a box somewhere and just letting it sit. And yeah, we go from there. But I need 100 more industrial encased beams or encased industrial beams. So I'm going to slap an automation on that real quick. Just because I can't. Not yet, at least. I need rotors. I'll take 7 there. And all right, organization and storage container. This is not going to be pretty. I am not proud of everything that I do, but it is in effort. Like, it is for a purpose. So here we go. Curve. Other box. Mark shoe belt. No. Industrial encased beam. Power line. Biggity. There we go. Oh, right. You got to put it in the other part of the equation. There we go. I will need to hold on to probably like 2 of those just for a little while. I'm in need of some of those to keep building the rest of the recipe there. Or keep building the rest of the blueprint, which I think I'm gonna grab those and head back and see if I can get the fuel up on that one. Oh, there we go. God, refineries are so cool. They're so big and so cool. They're also very loud, as it turns out. Heavy oil residue, you go into being made for what? 60 per minute makes 40 fuel per minute. Okay, that I can work with. So I can make 40 fuel per minute per thing, and I can use. So I could basically double the amount of rubber and or plastic that I'm making off of this recipe, if I'm understanding this correctly. I'm making 60 plastic per minute, 60 rubber per minute, both of those. I'm also making 40 heavy oil residue per minute per side, or 60 per side, which is making, after a step, 40 fuel per minute. So if I take, stick with me because I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you here, but if I take 30 fuel per minute from each half of the equation and throw in half of the plastic and half of the rubber, like 30 from each side plus 30 plastic, 30 rubber, I should be able to walk away with making 60 plastic and 60 rubber. So like effectively doubling what I am able to make off of the things. I could demonstrate it to you in Satisfactory Modeler, but it's going to be even more eyes glazed over there. So I might as well just do it and show you afterwards, right? Time to go up a level, I think. Yeah, why not? Whoop. Let's, for a minute though, grab out the blueprint designer. And we're going to call this floor print. Basic 4x4 concrete floor. Fairly simple name. I feel like it explains itself. It does what it does. It does what it needs to do. Let's see. Basic concrete floor. Select icon. Select color. We'll go with like a sandy beige color. Set a directory for it. We'll go here. Add a subcategory. And we'll go with building blocks as this name, I suppose. Building. Add blueprint there. Apply changes. Save. And I'm basically just going to do a little grid of 4x4 concrete foundations. Yeah. I'm in the way. I get it. You don't want me there. I get it. Whoa. I built the blueprint designer on a hill. Oopsies. Yeah, okay. And we'll go into the blueprints and we'll go here. Since we made some big changes, all it's required is about a quarter stack of concrete, which is super good. Did that? All right, did I just do what I think I did? Yep, sure did. I didn't actually save the thing. Basic. Nope. I Rough. And what you're witnessing is me just fat fingering things for no real reason. Apply changes, get out of that menu. That's really not a thing? It's like about halfway down, right? Yeah, right about there. Yep, sure was. There, go back in here. Dull that just a little bit. We'll go with that as a color. Got the icon, got the color, got the print. There we go. All right, now look at the sky really quick. Load clear blueprint. Load blueprint. What are you? Oh, I see. Clear. Can I edit you? Can I delete you? You've disappointed me. Okay. What about undefined? Can I change that category at all? Or is it just the default one that starts? Okay. All right. Well, that I suppose that works. The majorly unfortunate thing, or fortunate thing, I don't know how you view it, but the thing about refineries is that they are very tall. Like unreasonably tall. Or what I would consider to be unreasonably tall. But each of these wall panels is 4 meters. Keep that in your head. We're at the height that they stop, which is 32 meters. That's so silly. But now that we have this little friend, ooh. All right, there we go. And then I can just do that and that. And I think thank you. I'm just over a little bit on this. It was like 1 platform over. Yep. Okay. But apart from that, makes a very easy construction of very big structures. This is actually 11 wide. There we go. Okay. Huh. That guy over there has been taunting me for so long. I am going to go pick him up and take him home with me. He'll be safer with me. Thank you very much. All right. Faye Fox, not get distracted by shiny objects challenge and level difficulty level impossible. Right. No, my downfall. Oh, Faye Fox doesn't get distracted. Difficulty level impossible. Put the thing away. I should really do you and me a favor and just put that in my pocket instead of actually holding it in my hand. Ow. Alrighty, and how are we doing over here? Probably not making that many. Yeah, I figured. 6 per minute, so after a minute, after 10 minutes we're making 60. Yikes, that's rough. I think there are better alternatives out there, better hard drive recipes out there. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, which is the biggest problem that I have frequently, is that I just don't recall these things actively. But let's see. If you take 60 per minute, you give 40 per minute. Okay. You realistically have that on the first floor, right? If I just have 2 of them, that just adds to the fun, as it were. Let's see. Do we have the space for it, is a question? Not really. Well, kind of. I'd have to move some things. Move 2 things, but like, I could do it. Or I could have it across over here. Have it be off to the side. That could be a thing. Come here. No. There's a lizard doggo. Charles, I knew you had a brother, but did he move up here? Do I have any? I don't have any berries on me. Dang it. And of course he runs off. Well, given that I don't have any berries and I don't want to harass the wildlife too much, this is a somewhat temporary setup, so I don't really feel bad about tearing it all down. I mean, I do and I don't, you know what I mean? Huh. Well, that's less than ideal, isn't it? All 4 of these are full. Perfect time to tear them down. The liquid won't go anywhere. It just disappears. It is technically a waste. Not technically, it is actually a waste. But by the same token, it's actually fine. It will be fine. I don't need to have 100% efficiency with all my materials. It'll be okay. Biggest problem that I'm going to have here is just moving things around. So I can't have this intersect this. And I guess I could have the rubber on top, but like, it seems silly. How about opposite? I do that. Yeah. That doesn't seem too bad. Mark 3. Mark 3. Invalid belt shape. I beg to differ. No more invalid than that. This is just an effort to get the rubber from one side to the other, from one box to the other. It's gonna be slow going, but I kind of need the thing out of the way, just to get the refinery in here. Yeah, that's the real reasoning here. Yeah, because that box is a problem. So she needed to go. Can I help this in any way? Come here. Take the rubber. Thank you. Come here. Rubber. Done. And officially done. Now we have rubber relocated. Yay! We did it, everybody. want to get this moved over as well. That's fine. First, my little lizard brain that wants things to look very much the same, if not identical. All right, and I'm sure you're wondering, why don't you just do it the other way, like the same thing you did backwards? Good question. Why didn't I don't know. And I've got silly bean tendencies, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm related to Gary somehow. All right. All right. The important thing is that I need to, or want to, make sure that I have these set up in a way that is comprehensible to my brain, because I will forget. So it needs to be legible, is the biggest thing. Otherwise, brain will absolutely sleep between now and then and be like, so what were we doing? Where were we in the conversation? Yep. Why don't you want to snap? Rude. Fine. Whatever. Alright, you're making fuel. You're making fuel. Yeah, okay. So the idea being here that we're gonna send this upward. W for upward, up to this floor, where we're going to take a blueprint, same one, roughly, but not really. That'll work, I suppose. And which side is the input side? That's it. All right. I want to flip that actually. I am very decisive. Can you tell? All right, inputs are over here. Well, for the moment, put that there, and we'll double check that our math is right here. We're doing recycled rubber or recycled plastic. Right, okay. So I didn't actually need... It's fine. It's fine. What I'm gonna end up do basic... I'm sorry, I accidentally a sentence there. What I'm actually going to do, before I briefly forgot how to speak English, is I'm going to try and line up with the edge here of general stuff and things. Have that one be here. Have that one be there. This one will be recycled plastic. This one will be recycled rubber. And they need the opposite thing going to from one to the other. So this one will need this one will need plastic because it's the rubber one, and this one will need rubber because it's the plastic one. Make that one make sense. But basically aiming to have these inputs be the thing as they come through the ceiling. No, stop it. Come here. Thank you. All right, that worked surprisingly well. Okay. All right, so that's rubber, that's plastic. This one is rubber. So inside will be rubber. Outside will be plastic. All right, that's going to be a little confusing, but that's okay. Can I make that work? Will it do the thing? It will, won't it? Ha! Why so mad, though? Silliness. All right. I'm gonna wait for a second on the last bit there. Knowing that I'm gonna need conveyor floor holes, I'm gonna go with them here. And last but certainly not least, right there. I'm also going to need pipeline floor holes. I think there. And there. I am so glad I put it on center. The first time. Don't know what you're talking about. That's not off center at all. For sure, not a clue what you're talking about. Not a one. All right, and there we go. Again? For real? Buddy. Sort yourself out, bud. There we go. All right. Now that that's taken care of. This next part is going to be a little silly, and it's going to look a little silly, and I'm aware of this. There's not really anything I can do about it. It just kind of has to be. Damn it. Does that actually get fuel? For real? Are we actually getting fuel at the top is a question. As we run out of gas. Ow. Ouch. We're not. That's kind of okay, actually. More or less what I expected. Gang. Missing rotors. I see. Yup. Ow. Throw myself into the ground. Why didn't I? A winning strategy if ever I saw one. And how are we doing on encased industrial beams? Now we should have like 120. 97. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. Not as good as I hoped. That is okay. Bonk. Yellow power slug. Good. Yeah, for right now, I think. Miss the thing. Okay. Alright, connecting power up to those two. I should get things moving and grooving up there. Theoretically. Start to. Come on, guys. You can do it. Hmm. Have to sit and watch these indicators. These things will pump depending on the amount of fuel flow in them, and for whatever reason this one's just not flowing. So they'll start to pulse. Like heartbeat almost. If / when they start to have flow. For example, this one stopped and is not moving at all. And this line is not even full. It should not be the case. Why are you just rude? Okay. Hmm. I just need to have this lower down. Apparently I've got 20 meters of head lift on these. which is not insignificant amount, but it's not like a huge amount. Remember, these things are 30 meters tall. They do lift for 10, or like they lift 10 meters from the outlet, so that's not nothing, but not like they're exactly known for prolific volume of displacement. All right, you're moving. You're grooving. Why aren't you producing? This one is the biggest offender to my brain, and I don't know why. Neither of them are working, for whatever reason. Try flushing that. So you're producing. Why are you not producing more? What's happening? Yeah, fair play. Good question. Ah, good answer, I suppose. 53% efficiency, that's not great. Are you actually connected to this pipe? What is happening here? Why did you stop producing? Stop it. I'm like legitimately losing my mind a little bit here. Wouldn't be the first time, bear in mind, but it would be the most recent. So you're filling the pipe, and it's starting to make its way upward. But it's not continuing along the path. Why? Explain yourself. Okay, what's your deal? Ow. Doing 100-ish per minute? Okay, that's... You're lifting 2 meters, really? Alright, that's more in line with what I expected to see. Has it actually got... Nope, sure don't. Might be actually losing my mind here. I am not understanding this. Let me try a thing real fast. I'll leave that there for the moment, but try something a little different here. All right, gonna be ugly. I'm not stoked about it, but this is break fix testing, break fix it testing right now. Explain yourself. Hmm. All right, so this bottom half should fill up fairly quickly, but will it transfer any amount to this one? It was like very minimal amount, if at all any. Okay. Okay. All right. That indicates to me a couple of things, but let's try moving them outward a little bit. Go up 3 maybe? No. All right. This should theoretically be what is required, and I'm annoyed that it has to go this far. I encountered the same relative issue earlier with the water pipe for the power factory. Starting to work now? Yeah, we happy-ish. No. I don't I don't I don't get this. All right. It's time for me to take a step away real quick. I'll be right back. After these select messages. Just kidding, there's no ads here. I'll be right back. Okay. I have no further answers. I don't really have any answers at all ever. But I'm here to test, and we got this one full question marks. Oh yeah, sure enough. Okay. Do you have anything for me? Holy Again, I'm annoyed that I have to do that. Occasionally, I've found that Satisfactory's fluid mechanics are a little lacking, especially on these kind of slapdash, like seat of my pants, napkin math type of things. I mean, I'm not stoked about it, but you know what? That's okay. I can at least fix this and make that more clean. And that looks like that's already way happier. Go away. We'll see. I'm not holding out a ton of hope that that one working right off the bat, but we'll see. What? What was that? Visual bug, I guess. Hello. Thank you. Wait. Land on the smoke. Thank you very much. Okay. Which one do I need where? Again. Rubber needs plastic. And plastic needs rubber. Holy cow. Guys, it's working. Kind of. Looks like. Maybe. I do hate that it takes as long as it does to spin up at all. But it is kind of a thing, and it's annoyingly a thing. But alright. Anyway. Needs rubber here, plastic there. So nearby one needs plastic. Hey, that works out perfectly. And we need, what, 30 per minute? Yeah. Alright. And Mark 2 conveyor belts. Default to that. And then you. This one's going to be a little bit dodgy. And I have mixed feelings about that, but they are roughly the same height. Again, I'm not proud of everything that I do. You know what? This is a means to an end, and of course it won't. But it will reach with the curve. Does it intersect terribly? Is it horribly offensive? No. Huh. How about that? Something terribly offensive. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna take the plastic, flip it to rubber, and make twice as much of it in the same amount of time. Well, yeah, in the same amount of time. Rubber's just gonna take a second to get over because of the distance that it's going. But she's gonna be working. because this one sure is. And we'll be making more resources, which is exciting. In fact, you can already see it's starting to take off. Makes a lot of rubber per minute. In the larger scale factory that I have kind of in my some part of my brain. Yeah, it is also so aesthetic as well to see things just going up and down. Um, I've been thinking about a build I've seen somewhere where there were exterior vertical belts going from floor holes from like exposed wall. Let's see if I can demonstrate it really quickly. But like basically they had like a flat face wall directly behind this. So if I took this wall and just kind of threw it behind here, there was the wall back there. And so the belts had some contrast and they would go up and down, kind of like Hibbett's current playthrough with the nuclear factory, where he has the ability to see at a glance visually what's going on in the factory. It was something like I think somebody had done like screws or something like that, like a high volume thing, and they had done it on like a 780 belt, so it was going very fast. It would like waterfall from one side and go up on the other, and it was just a very like mesmerizing aesthetic that was just gorgeous to look at. Tell me I didn't make these out of Mark 1s. I Silly bean? Why? You're making more than that. You don't need... This needs just 30. That's why you can do it there. Yeah. All right. But yeah, the larger scale factory that I have in mind is going to be a lot of this kind of nonsense, just kind of scattered throughout, and it's going to be a whole hell of a thing. But yeah, that is some really great progress, and I'm, ow, oh, never mind. I'm fine. I'm really happy about having finished that. How are we doing over here? Yeah. And you? How you doing? Real good. Okay. Let's go to some petroleum powder, yeah? Bop, bop. Biggity.
Milestone reached. It is my honor and privilege to inform you that the fuel-powered generator, as well as the industrial fluid buffer, are now available. Due to a lack of gold in your sector, Caterium will serve as a suitable replacement to construct the fuel-powered generator. Your research into this element was valuable. In fact, you in particular are my most valuable pioneer, but don't tell the others I said that, it would be bad for morale.
Y'all, I think Ada likes us. Oh my god. That was the sweetest thing that she's said so far. That was so sweet. It feels like a lie. I've been conditioned not to trust Ada, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. It's time to get a groove on and start being able to make the stuff and things. More of the stuff and things, as it were. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with saying that phrase, but makes more of the stuff and things. This will get us the other two space elevator parts. It'll also give us heavy modular frames, which we're going to need a lot of. It'll also get us computers. Same thing. Manufacturers are also incredibly helpful. We're going to need it for the modular engine as well as the adaptive control unit and all but two or 3. I think it's 3 uh, of the rest of the space elevator parts. The next phase, we're gonna need everything to be there. Like everything but one is gonna be made in a manufacturer because we have to make nuclear pasta. And then after that, I think it's exclusively space elevator. No, there's one that's in the quantum encoder. I don't recall actively off the top of my head. Let's yeah, let's keep it going. Keep it moving. Keep it grooving. Do we have a recipe for computers yet? We sure don't. That's why we need to do this. All right, I've got the plastic. I have some of the motors. I have the modular frames. I can grab the cable. That's fine. What about motors? We're done, aren't we? Yeah, okay. All right, well, in lieu of doing anything else with that, can we instead do one of these and work on a couple of blueprints? Is that a thing that we can do? Because up here, at least, we have like some amount of ability to just throw down a bunch of lookout towers and things. It's a little bit noisy, but that's okay. Alternatively, we can go hard drive hunting. Or yeah, hard drive hunting, or we can go hunting for summer sloops. Hey Gary, still on the beach, huh? We can go hunting for hard drives, we can go looking for summer sloops, or for oh, what else? Summer sloops, Mercer spheres. We can go grab some SAM. That I might actually like to do. Get through and get the other dimensional depot upgrades. Get the ability to make some more of them, in fact, would also be super good. Start automating a bunch of things and start sending them places. Or putting them in the cloud, really. Let's look at making some assembler blueprints. All right, you. All right, you are exactly 2 tiles long. But I can make 3 of you at one fell swoop. Yeah. Cool. Love that. Super good. Let's have this one come in from back here. I can have a kind of unified design, I think, with the constructors. Being able to throw down a blueprint with them in like proper alignment and arrangement, and have them kind of already have power set, belt set would be really cool. Maybe save me a little bit of time and I can spin up some production lines faster. I know it'll definitely come in handy later in the game. Like once we're out of the mid game and more in the end game. Cue the Avengers theme music. Alright, go to the edge of the blueprint, build it there. And we'll do the same thing there. So loud, my goodness. Can you go here? No. Okay. Rude. Alright, well, are you gonna be happy if I do this then? Are we gonna We're still gonna overlap or auto connect. Other thing we're gonna do. Other thing we're capable of doing. All right. Thinking that it might be time to tear down most of this factory and rework it so that I have the alternates represented and working for me and instead of against me. Hey, Crusader, how's it going? Welcome. I'm doing good, trying to keep my sanity about me while I'm building blueprints and dealing with petroleum. Um, had a couple of things that we got done off of stream, but feeling the big momentum right now. Actually feeling pretty motivated to do a fair amount of things. How? How is that allowed? Okay, sure. Center of mass. Dead center there. And biggity. Here, there. You, yeah. Okay. I don't have iron wire, right? I guess it's not a thing that I have. Wire. Nope, sure don't. That's a bummer. I think that was one of the alternates that I said no to. That's a hey, you're really silly for doing that thing moment. But our assembler array. Woo! All right. 3x1. Assemblers. Oh, okay. With power and belt work complete. Set directory production blocks. Ah, I see. I see what my brain was trying to do and then promptly forgot to continue doing. Assemblers. Add blueprint here. Boop. Biggity. Boogity. Already did that. Next thing. Icon. I want that to be assemblers. Boom. We'll go with like a, ooh, yeah, like a forest green for that one. Why not? Save blueprint. Bam. Oop. Bam. All right. Can I edit blueprints in my thing here? I can. Haha. All right. No new category. Go away. You are going to be roadways, floors, walls, and ceilings. Okay. Call this floors. And apply changes. And is it just not a thing that I'm able to edit? How do I edit you? Why? Okay. It just doesn't want me to edit that. That's rude. Did it save anybody? Oh, okay. I see. Now you behave. All right. Fine. This is going to be needs categorization. And apply changes. So because of the way that the blueprint designer is just going to drop everything into that undefined category to begin with, that was silly. Just because of the way that it's going to drop it in there first, it makes sense to my brain to have it be the, hey, this needs sorted floor or thing, so that goes off and does its thing. All right. And I remember geothermal. Geothermal. What was that? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. That was sweet. I don't think I'd ever seen that overlay come on before. But that made me smile. Thank you. um I had a thing that I was gonna say before that happened, but I've thusly lost the thread here. Oh, right. Got it. So the way that this game used to deal with fuel generation before nuclear became kind of the pinnacle was that these used to cost computers, or they had computers or deuterium involved in them somehow. I forget exactly what the line was, but they definitely were involved. Um, and it was extra annoying and also rough to deal with and solve for the problem that they create, which is that they have incredible like resource demands. But now that is no longer, or is less the case. So here we are. I'm thinking and I'm hopeful that the way that I have this set up takes what, 20 per minute. Okay. And I'm producing 40 per side and then subtracting 30 for each of those. I should have 20 left over, right? I think. I don't know. I can at the least set up a floor hole with like the ability to drag power over here, and then from here I can actually get connected there and burn off the rest of the fuel that's not being consumed here. I think is the way to go about that. So junction here, junction there, Oh no, I'm out of copper sheet. Dang it. Brief boop over to... We have to go to the top of the base now. Whee! Conserve the momentum. Whee! Boop. There we go. All right. Yeah. All right, and oh, oh, I meant to go underneath that. That's okay. I see a power slug. Okay, Fox doesn't get distracted by shiny challenge level difficulty impossible. You go here. And this should continue pumping liquid up, which means that I should also flow limit this. Yeah, that's a thing that you can do. In Satisfactory, you have flow rates. And unless you want the full totality of whatever you're producing to go through a certain spot with your pipes, you have to kind of tell it, hey, do less than that, do way less than that. So for this one, because of I don't trust my math, and also because I don't have large scale production yet, I'm only going to do 20 meters cubed per minute. Yeah, per minute. Because that's, I think, that is what I think the remainder is of the two fuel refineries here that are burning off all of the heavy oil residue. Which, if I did my math right, this should be nearly or closing on emptying fairly frequently, and it shouldn't be a problem as often or really ever. It should stay pretty ratio balanced. This is not an overflow system exactly. It is a couple of overflow systems tied together, but it is not itself balanced like that. It's not like a manifold system or anything like that. Hey, look at that. These things also make one hell of a racket. I'm going to get away from that for a minute, but each one of them produce 250 megawatts per minute, and they burn 20 cubic meters of fuel per minute. So, with any luck, if we did our math right, this should be on continuously and dumping 250 megawatts into our power supply. Eekadoker. 250 megawatts into our power supply every minute. In addition, wow. You clear the floor and it just yanks the volume way up there. Huh. Never experienced that before. Anyway, now we have 1,500 megawatts to work with, which is just the best news, honestly. And yeah, let's reward ourselves by running around in circles looking for shiny things. First things first. You, my little blue friend, you're coming with me. Bonk. Thank you. I should go back and dump a couple things out of my inventory before we really commit to this. Also, realistically, should probably get some... Hey, Gary. You okay, bud? You've been hanging out in that corner for a while now. Did you get stuck? I think you may have gotten stuck. Buddy, talk to me. How you doing? Oh, well, somebody didn't want to talk, I guess. That's 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 fine. Um, I guess I'll go back about what I was gonna do. It's fine. Can't be everyone's friend. I think I'll finish up industrial manufacturing off the stream, get these last requirements done there. I had meant to grab some stators, and I don't know that I ever did. Did I? Am I silly? Yep, I am. Okay. Grab these last 50 in here and throw in the modular frames as well. And that's that and that. And then I'll go drop some stators off, and then I'm gonna go zip zam zooming around the world looking for some more hard drives. See if I can't find something also good. What do we need for another hand slot is a question. I would like to have another one. Okay. 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 All right. Stun rebar might be funny. Hand slot. 50 fabric. What does fabric cost again? Oh, it costs mycelia. Right. Or I can make it out of synthetic polyester, which is also made out of the polymer resin. One of the ways to deal with a byproduct from crude oil production into fuel. But I don't know that I want to deal with that. That sounds like a lot. Power slug. That's certainly not happening for a while. Time crystals are a special kind of hell to have to deal with, and I would rather not. All right. Sounds like we can get some shatter rebar, which is basically like a shotgun. Turns the rebar gun into a shotgun of sorts, which is fun. All right, that should be enough for that. And that was in the quartz tech tree. Give to me.
Shatter rebar unlocked. These quartz-infused rebars fracture when fired, launching deadly debris in a wide spread. Fix-It does not condone the use of such violent methods, so make sure there are no witnesses.
I see. Heard. Understood, Mob Boss Ada. I got you. There will be no survivors. Can I have a clip there, please? Many thanks. Hey, nice. All your stater are belong to us. One of these days I'll build a factory that actually has some lights in it so you can see what the fuck is going on. But it is not this day. Instead, you'll have to deal with a tiny little flashlight at the end of my face. And that's all you get. I will not be adjusting the gamma. I will not be raising the brightness. I am sorry in advance, and also when I'm not. All right, so we need diggity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And no, 4. I already have other rotors in here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sort. All right. Your job is to make me motors. You're going to do that at a reasonable clip. If you don't, I got a disassembly gun with your name on it. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Let me get some shadow rebar about me, and then we go on an adventure. 1. Oh. I can read. Okay. Do I want more than that? Yes, I think so. How much more than that? Probably not that much, right? 20 seems like a pretty reasonable number-ish. Oh, it takes 2 rebar per. Wow, that's kind of punitive. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think having about 100 regular rebar and about 50, 20 shadow rebar seems reasonable enough. So I'll do 101 of the regular iron rebar. And 1. Okay. So way it works is pressing R on the reload reel. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh goodness. Pressing R on the holding down R while carrying a weapon. That includes the rifle and the Nobilis detonator, and also the rebar gun. You can select your ammo type. Because I've got 3 in here now. I've got rebar, I've got explosive rebar, and shatter rebar. I've got regular bullet, explosive bullet, shotgun bullet. All right. And it will discharge, but not destroy. You'll see that little bottom left-hand corner. It's swapping the type of ammo there. So I'm getting an iron rebar back. I'm getting a shadow rebar back. I'm getting an explosive rebar back. I don't lose the ammo. It just changes to the other one, as the name would imply. Mercer Sphere. I was told that there's one over this way. Am I being misled? Is it up there? Am I kind of cheesing this with the pulse jet with biofuel? Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. It's not that big a deal. Hey! Hey, buddy. Come with me.
Your waves lap the dark shores. When will you land?
Your waves lap the dark shores. When will you land? I am discomforted by that. I think there might be a power slug up here. In fact, I'd be willing to put money on it. Ah, boy. I'm getting irradiated. That's a purple power slug, but I don't want to deal with that, because that's radiation. Why am I still being irradiated? Goodness. We gotta get you out of here, bud. It's not safe here. like at all. It's not safe in the slightest. I'm getting hurt. Oh my. It's because that stupid hog, isn't it? It is. Butthole. Gigantic butthole that thing is. I will happily take this power slug home too. All right, and there's so many of them around here. They're like little stars on the horizon. Hey, purple power slug. I'll take you home with me. Hey, Gary. Gary, there's crabs over there. It's dangerous. I tried to warn him. I'll be fine. He's a big boy. All right. All right, what about hard drives? Anything out here? Yes. There it is. I see. All right. And oh, of course we got hostiles. Unauthorized damage to fix it. Whoa. That was a little uncalled for, no? Ow. I'm on an island, dude. You're on an island, dude. What are you gonna do? I can fly. Can you fly? Good night. Oh, yeah, in case industrial beams. Hell yeah. Easy. Gas Nobelisk. Oh, that's hella tempting to take. Do I have anything that I could feel comfortable or confident sacrificing? I could get rid of some. If I could upload them, I would do that. I'll do this though for the meantime. Yeah, that doesn't bother me super much. Yeah. Some motors. That's funny. Is that a Mercer Street out there too? Wow. This is all coming up bases for me, huh? And a power slug? Really? Oh, wow. That's a whole lot of I don't want to deal with your nonsense. Don't. Thank you. Don't.
Organs and veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
Ada, you tell me you don't have any idea of what that all means? Is that what I'm understanding? I guess I'll do your job for you. That's fine. Raspberry jam on toast? Oh boy. That sounds good. I do not need you. Thank you. Raspberry jam on toast. Welcome back with raspberry jam on toast. That sounds stellar. Where hard drive? Hard drive where? Up? Uppies? Hard drive uppies? Hard drive uppies. No, hard drive not uppies. Ah, hard drive downies. Extra thick toast. Hot. You, sir, could you not? Ow! I asked you if you could not. I don't want to have to do this to you. Okay, you insist. Good night. Ow. Buddy. Ow. Good night. I tried to warn them. I told them that I didn't want to do this, and they continued on the path. I tried. I really tried. Is that plastic? Plastic. Encased industrial beams. Is that quick wire too? Nice. What other goodies we got around here? More plastic? Some packaged fuel. Gary, you look so majestic out there, bud. Alright. I don't want this anymore. Instead, I would like this. Because I want to burn off the fuel type. And I want to feel something. So I'm going to. Whee! You go up higher, faster, but you don't have... You have it for less time. So like it kind of trades off a little bit. I don't need raw quartz. So... Yeah, okay. Oh, 2 industrial beams? No. I don't want the plastic either. I have a way to automate that now. It's not that important to me. Yo, hold up. The yellow slug up there. Looking real cute and stuff. Be real cute in my pocket too. Ooh, purple power slug. Can I grab that purple power slug? I apologize for the noise that that thing makes because it makes a hell of a racket. Doop, 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 doop. Hey, buddy. You want to come on with me? Yeah, come on with me. I'll take care of you. Promise you. You'll live in a box for a while and it'll be fine. Have a good time. Summer sloop. What? Really? Where? Oh, right there. I see. Am I about to have to deal with some nonsense TM? Let me get the nonsense gun. Thanks. Thank you. I guess. Oh. Huh. Keep him guessing. Gary, help! What am I saying? Gary, get out of here. It's dangerous. Yay. Ow. Oh, and there's a hog throwing things at me. Oh. No, sir. And don't you attack Gary. Don't do that. You're better than that. Don't do that. Why? And all the aggro around summer sloops. I don't get it. Well, I say that, and I for sure do. Y'all have to protect what's most important to you. Yeah, the crabs. Thanks, Jaya. You're so sweet. Stay in a box for a while. It'll be safe, probably. Okay, buddy. Ow. Good night. I said. Ow. Ayatata. Nope. I'm good. I am so good. I don't want anything that you're selling. Not a thing. In fact, I have to catch my breath. Hold on. Yay. Sploosh. All right. Well, that was successful. Now changing the fuel type back to liquid biofuel because liquid biofuel is bay. Got a summer sloop now. That's rad. All right. More hard drive? More hard drive. How many are we at right now? Dos? Dos. Okay. I think I might have gotten all of them, at least on this part of the coast. Hey, you're stupid. Hey, Gary. What you up to, buddy? I'm just looking for shinies. That looks like a power slug up there. And also a little bit of a parkour challenge. Hey, oh, Gary, how did you get over there already? Man, you gotta give me a chance, man. Gary's just the fucking worst when it comes to playing any kind of game. He cheats all the time. Get the feeling that there's a power slug or 2 or 3 or 4 out this way. Definitely a purple one right there. But there's also probably a hard drive or a summer sloop out this way. Based on like how... Hey, hard drive. Called it. No, crabs, don't do it. You don't have to do it this way. Ain't gotta be like this. Oh, is it in the gas cloud? Oh, cool. Oh wait, I have a tool for this. I have a solution. I have a thing. You. Bye. I don't know what SOT is. Can you explain? Forgive my ignorance here. Well, I'd like to have those computers. I have not played Sea of Thieves. I've heard good things about it. I've heard that it's a fun time. Do I want stators? I don't want stators. Anything else nearby that I can grab that I want? Hard drive? No longer. Probably a hard drive off this way then too, right? Really? I don't. I apologize. Oh, hey, Gary. I'd love for you to tell me more. Hard drive? Hard drive. I'm listening for the absence of the sound, and that tells me more about where I'm at than anything else, which is very silly. Feels very silly to say out loud, but it is kind of where we're at. Yes, this way, okay. Uppies? Uppies? More uppies? Okay. Even more uppies? Okay. It's up there, isn't it? Yep. And I bet that there is going to be some nonsense up there. If I had to guess. Which means I probably want to do this. Go around behind. There's a hard drive right there. Called it. Uppies. Uppies? Uppies. Rowboat, sloop, brigantine, galleon, burning plate. Nice. Okay. And then the fort sizes determine the loot or what a fort of fortune is. Or is there like a different scale to forts? Ooh. Oh. Damn, there's some good things in here. And some more motors, of course. Because why wouldn't there be? All right. Well, and then in that case, it's time to drop a little waypoint to say that there are hard drive remains right here that I want to come back for. HDD remains. You want. I might have to come back and grab those. That's okay. Okay. Cool. Is this like a survival kind of like, I'm imagining it's something similar to Raft or something like that, where there's like a adventure component where you kind of passively add materials or gain like money or something like that as like a method of progression and also like getting in and around the world. Can I get up here? Is there anything of worth up here? No. Map expands. There's a power slug up there, though. All right. Hey. Hey, buddy. How many is that? Is that 4 of them? 5. I am impressed. I see, I see. So something not unlike Destiny then. One, 2, 3, 4. Kill it. Ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, gang. Is it underneath this art? You're kidding me. Oh, the devs for this game are the biggest trolls. Do you see this? Do you see what they've wrought? This is where they put a valuable item. This is a good placement, but do you see the kind of nonsense they put you through to get here? Ugh. Disrespectful. Nice. I completed it. They ran over. I'm seeing us. Then we got a keg. Dude. That's rad. Congrats. Congrats on your plunder. All right. More hard drive. Ooh, here's a question. Gang, do we want to go for a ride on the manta ray? So there's this big old manta ray that flies throughout the world and goes in a big circle. But it might be a fun way to try and get around the world a little bit. Yeah, but another purple power slug. Wow. But it comes flying in through this this valley that we're in, this canyon. And it might be fun to go like wandering elsewhere to try and grab other hard drives in other parts of the map. I did some expansion of the map yesterday. Just kind of, or not yet. Was it yesterday or the day before? It's recently. Where I was kind of just screwing around a little bit. In honesty, I think I got a little sidetracked mentally and went elsewhere and did other things. But anyway, yeah, there might be some value in that. Nice. Nice. That's rad. Ooh, water. That's really awesome. I don't think I've ever had a moment in gaming where I've been like, yeah, that's fair. It would be awfully humiliating to lose a fight to a rowboat in a ostensibly what is a warship of some kind. Yeah, yeah. It's more or less what I thought. Wait, does the manta ray come through this canyon? I'm starting to doubt the nature of what I remember. All right, we press on. Oh, no. Okay. I need to be able to sprint a little bit. That'll work. Just get some momentum going. Forward. Because there's a bunch of nonsense over here. And I remember from days prior. There's the hard drive that killed me. Whoa! The galleon has 4 cannons in the rowboat. Ah, I see, I see. Well, I also imagine that like armor is a thing in that game too. Like some kind of defensive capability. Not just shooting, but like literally being able to take a hit. No? Huh. I am surprised. There's that purple power slug. This one also got me almost killed the other day. Oh, can I do something cheeky here? Hey, stupid. Hold that for me. Thank you. Hey, hold that for me. Thank you. Oh, this feels almost bad. Wow. Ah, I see. Oh, 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 oh. I'm feeling almost bad here for these guys. Like they didn't even ask for this. They didn't want the smoke. They didn't ask for it. They're getting it. All right. Are you out of my range here? You're still alive, aren't you? You are. Hello. Oh. Good night. Oh. I'm feeling bad now. The fastest on the wind. Slowest with the wind. Yeah, that makes sense. Good on crosswinds, but mid for both. Right. Which makes sense historically and also like from an engineering perspective. Or I guess from a nautical navigation perspective, just like the amount of sail per ship against the wind as fast. Aha, I see, I see. So there's an element of RNG to that one then, it sounds like. Do we remember if I collected this one or not? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I didn't collect that one. I see. I got it. Yep. Heard. Understood. Ow. God, I hate those things. Stop. Stop it. Get help. So many purple power slugs. My goodness. Yeah, I don't doubt that in the slightest. Kind of like nothing feels better in this game than getting like exactly the hard drive alternate recipe than you're looking for. Just on a whim. Just saying like, oh, it'd be cool to get this thing, and suddenly you have it in your hands and you don't know what to do. All right, if memory serves, there's a power slug trail all through in here. Like there's a bunch of them, or like a handful of them. And there is a hard drive over here, but I could be mistaken about that. Hey, hello, bye-bye. Yep, purple power slug, I remember that. And then there's a hard drive over here as well, or a couple of them actually. Yeah. I for sure thought for a second that you're calling me a blue slut, which, yes, but also that's very forward of you. That's a hard drive there. All right. Don't have any more organization to do. Yeah. Oh, nice. And it's free. Only price was the price of admission. Goodbye. I'd much rather your bigger, older brother. Thank you. What? Excuse me? Oh, well. Yeah. Thank you. Goodness. 68 miles. Ooh, some turbo motors too. All right. I'm gonna mark the rest of this for pickup later. Autosave hitting me good. Thank you very much. Hard drive remains you want. Select icon, proximity, near, far, wherever you are. All right. I don't want Mercer spheres. I want hard drives. Give me hard drives. Yeah, that's right. There's some up there. I think there's one or two. I think there's at least two. There's for sure one that I remember, and I think there's a second one. Oh, hello. Hey, buddy. Ow. Come with me. Unauthorized hostility detected towards Pioneer. I didn't authorize that hostility. Why are you yelling at me? Yeah, uranium. Woo. Nuclear radioactivity is so fun. Oh, that's a whole lot of I don't want to deal with that. Goodbye. Oh. I'm gonna have to do... Oh, hello, Summer Sloop.
The effigy only sings when you compose.
I was not built to use organic components for communication. I am adjusting.
The effigies make a flow. You are not the current.
I am not sure what you mean. I do run on a current. I am a digital construct.
Ada's having a time. She might be getting bullied, y'all. She kind of deserves it, really. Can I do this? Is this allowed? Or, well, will this be a thing I'm capable of doing? Yep, sure am. And that's a purple power slug right on top of some uranium. Hey, dokie. Nope. I'm good. I don't want to deal with that either. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. I do like my headcanon a little bit better. But that's mostly because I made it up. Is there any way that I can get this up there? No. Hey, okay. All right. Well, if I have to pixel hunt that much, it might not be worth it. But even my sanity. You gonna let me do it? Yeah. Come on. Just let me put it up there, please. I just want to put it up on the shelf. Is that too much to ask? Is it just literally the extent of what I'm able to do? Okay. Well, that's disappointing. I don't want to have to do the whole industrial, or like the industrial, I don't want to have to do the whole industrial storage box thing. Oh my god, that was stressful. I guess I have to do that. That's fine. Hey! What you doing? Good night. Did you kill your friend? What happened here? I didn't do that. The hell happened? Did one kill the other one? Just like looked at him and just put one in the back of his head like it was nothing. All right, I do think I want to come back for this. If I can, even. Oh, okay. All right, all right. Faye Fox doesn't die. Challenge. Difficulty level impossible. Jesus. Yep, called it. Knew there was a bunch of nonsense on the top of that hill. Top of the waterfall, actually. I do know that there's a hard drive out here, though. There's like at least 3 of them, and I see a spear over there too. I think there's a hard drive. There's a SAM ore out that way, if memory serves. Yeah, there's SAM ore out that way. And looks like a hard drive as well, if I had to guess. And I know that there's a couple more purple power slugs. And then somewhere along the back of this, like, expanse out here is where some nitrogen exists. There's also a SAM node in there, in that, like, structure. And then there's a hard drive in that big rock in the middle of the desert. And a whole bunch of really pure nodes. And there's also a hard drive there. Or not hard. Yeah, there's a hard drive out there too. Okay. You son of a bitch. Ooh. 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 Big mad. Big mad. Okay. Why? Rude. I don't want to have to deal with radioactive hogs now. That's just rude. It's just not called for. It's just rude. Hey, you look stupid. All right. Oh, this is about to be some nonsense. Can I get out of here before the crabs? Yes, I can. But only barely. That's okay. The last point of health is the only one that matters. But this feels like it might be a relatively good point to stop the stream for tonight. So I'm going to get back. I'm going to let the hard drives cook. See what we can grab as far as alternates. I won't do anything. Won't pick any of them. Just see what we get as far as the rolls go. And yeah, we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow evening. Same time, same place. Yeah, I am really happy with the progress that we made today. We did a lot of things. And to wrap it up, we can probably get ourselves the manufacturers and industrial manufacturing, find out what our last like space elevator parts are that we have to kind of deal with. And yeah, that'll be a nice little cap off to the frankly stellar progress that we made. Again, I'm not running this as if it were a speed run of any variety. I'm not doing any kind of any percent or anything like that. But you know, making as much progress as I can on recorded means, and just having a good time while doing it. You know, I'm enjoying myself. I have a deep love of this game, and so like I want to share in that with people. And yeah, if at all ever you had a fun time or you enjoyed anything you saw on the stream, let me know. And catch me on Blue Sky or on Twitter or on YouTube or on Twitch. I'd love to chat with you, hang out with you, and live, laugh, love with you. I'm just kidding. I'd like to retract that previous statement. I will be not be laughing with anyone. But yeah, like it's been fun, and I thank you for joining me on the stream. Thank you. I'm sure the recording will not reflect that in any way. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna drop the sloops and the spheres and the other goodies that we got here tonight. We got another 14 computers. We're at 36. We got another, what, 50 plus 18, 68 heavy modular frames. That's pretty dope. Yeah, and then we should have at least 4 motors here. Hey, look at that. At least 4. 31. Go fancy that. I needed just 4 more. But and I'll grab that that 1,000 wire, which will be fairly quick. And unless I have some in this box, I do not. There's nothing in that box anymore. Yeah, I will get this done, and we'll figure out what's going to be all required for the next bit of major factory progression as it stands. What we have to figure out, what we have to do. All right, that's 2, 4, 6, 8,000. Right, 1 to be safe, and all the rest of this can go in here. Okay. Do not. The fact that it exists in a fucking Twitch VOD that is going to go on YouTube is bad enough. It doesn't need to be clipped by you. It does not need to be clipped by anybody here. You all witnessed it. It's burned into your mind. It does not need to happen. It's fine. Thank you. I can count. I can super count. Nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not running back for any particular reason. I feel a sudden need to go back up to the plastic factory to check for something real fast. I don't know what you're talking about. For the record, really quickly, we can read numbers, most of us, all of us, yeah? Like that number is not that number. Anyways, that's why I ran back up there. I'm feeling very intelligent right now. Let me tell you. All right.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly, the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of Project Assembly. You are making good progress.
Oh. Well, sorry, Ada. You don't get to speak. Now, my bad, everybody. I think she was about to praise me, but also like insult me a little bit, and I'm good. I'm good. You can go without it. Anyway, rough idea. Adaptive control units need automated wiring. Modular engines need smart plating. So it'll be the tier 4 space elevator things that need the versatile framework, and I think they need the modular frames and also need our modular engines, and they also for sure need the adaptive control units. But yeah, a lot of really good progress today, gang. We got some more awesome tickets as well, which is really awesome. And yeah, I think this is about where I wrap and really quickly save. But I really appreciate you taking the time, spending the time with me, hanging out on while I stream a game that I love. I hope that at any point in the evening, over the course of this almost 4-hour stream, that I made you laugh. I hope it made you smile or, enjoy some piece of the content. But thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your evening, great rest of your night. Um, be cool, be kind, be excellent to each other. Drink water, take care of your body. It's the only one you've got. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on either Blue Sky or on Twitter or on Twitch or on YouTube. But I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Gonna take care of a couple of things off cam, but nothing major. Uh, deuces. Bye.